FIFA 22 finishing? Yeah, well, it's been hard. It's been hard. I think so much so that it's actually starting to affect other things in my life, you know? I can't finish anything at all. I mean, you name it, eating, TV shows, anything. I just can't finish anything. I really hope it gets fixed.
What is up, guys? It is DMG here, and today we are going to be showing you how to finish in FIFA 22, specifically inside of the box. Now, we all know goalies are extremely overpowered, which is why we're making this video. Goalies are insane, especially when it comes to 1v1s and reaction saves. So we've had to really adapt and try to change our way of shooting so then we can actually try to finish more. Now, just because I'm making this video, that does not mean I'm completely disregarding that goalies are overpowered, all right? They are completely overpowered. They need to be nerfed because some of the shots inside of the box really need to be going in when they aren't. Like finesse shots, seriously. Like the goalie could be on the freaking other side of the field and you shoot it on the other post and he just Supermans it. So yeah, we're not actually going to be disregarding that they are overpowered. We're just trying to make the best of the situation at the moment. So in order to help you guys, I've actually gone through and recorded the last hour or so of gameplay that I have done, and I've tried to, kind of splice through a few of the goals that I scored, and I've come up with 4 main points to kind of help you guys score more goals. First and foremost is going to be to just take a normal shot, meaning just use the circle button or the B button to shoot. I've noticed finesse shots inside of the box specifically, outside of the box, they're the most overpowered goddamn thing in the world. Inside of the box, they are horrible. Goalies save them 90% of the time. They just don't work for whatever reason, even when they should. And then low drivens are pretty inconsistent. I personally find them to be very inconsistent and not work, while others actually tend to use them quite often, and they say that it does work. So when it comes to low drivens, use at your own risk. Just know that it's pretty inconsistent. While me personally, I think just using a normal shot, normal circle or B button shot tends to work the majority of the time and much more than low drivens. Tip number 2 is to use across the body shots, meaning that you are shooting towards the far post. There will be instances where you are actually shooting at the near post and you're not shooting across your body, but we'll go over that when the time comes. Tip number 3 is going to use power, and I mean a lot of power, like 2 bars bare minimum of power. You may think, oh, it's just a tap in from like 2 yards out. I don't need that much power. Yes, you do. Yes, you absolutely do. Seriously, have you seen the goalies? They react like it's nothing. They are superhuman. You need 2 bars of power minimum on every single shot that you take. And lastly, tip number 4 is going to be to keep the distances in mind. Now, what I mean by that is that in previous years, you were essentially a certain distance away from the goalie in order to maximize your shot, because if you're too far away, the goalie would save it. If you were too close, they would smother you and save it. And so you would kind of work out, the correct distance in order to shoot it and get it around the goalie. So this year, that distance seems to have changed a little bit, and you tend to be a little bit further away. You need to be further away in order to make, more of your shots. And again, we'll go over all of this. We'll give examples on it, but again, those are the 4 tips for you guys. Now, this first goal is actually going to be one that encapsulates all 4 of these tips. So it is going to be a very, very good example. And the person shooting doesn't have any type of shooting chem style. It's not an insane striker. In fact, it's Goalies, right? It's Goalies from Valencia, the Portuguese winger in La Liga, right? Now, right here is where we are about to take the shot. And you can see all 4 of these points in this little freeze frame here. 1, you see the shot power at the bottom left. There is 3 bars of power here, all right? Again, there is a ridiculous amount of power. Another one is that I'm just taking a normal shot. This is not a low driven. This is obviously not a finesse shot. It's just a normal circle/B button shot. The other one is that I'm taking it across body, so it is going to be towards the far post. And even though Goalies is right-footed, I am more confident in this particular shot with the shot across goal with his weak foot than I am if he was, say, shooting it on his right with just a finesse shot. And then the last thing is the distance. You can see how far away I am from the goalie. Now, again, in previous FIFAs, especially last FIFA, you could get a little bit closer and the goalie wouldn't save it. This year, you can't get as close, otherwise the goalie will save it. So, take a step or 2 back from what you would normally shoot it at, and that is going to be the distance from which you should shoot it. So we'll just play it right back. Again, all 4 things happen. Goalies gets the ball. lots of power, 4-star weak foot, a cross body, and it just flies in top corner. Now, again, you may think that is an insane shot. To be honest, for Guedes specifically, yeah, no, that kind of is an insane shot. The thing is, if that was Haaland or any type of player that had a great left foot with a great striker, so example, Haaland, he is going to be making that shot fairly often. That is going to be Haaland's bread and butter in that specific situation. And so again, that particular situation, you're the right distance away from the goalie, you're doing a normal shot, you are doing a bunch of power, you're the right distance away from the goalie, everything is correct. That type of shot is going to be going in more often than you think. Here's another freeze frame from the exact same game, right? We have Correa here, and you can see that most of the points that we're doing is pretty accurate, right? Again, you look at the power, bottom right, we have at least 2 bars of power. That is going to be a huge thing. Another is that we are going to be going towards the far post. Another one is that we're not doing a finesse shot. And another one is that we are the right distance away from the goalie. Now, I would say in previous FIFAs, I would want to be a little bit closer. I'd want to be where my other striker is right now, where Morales is. That's typically where I'd want to be in previous FIFAs. Again, this year, you're going to have to try to take a couple steps back, maybe shoot a couple of touches earlier than you normally would. And again, you see what happens, flies in, it's a goal. Here's an example of being too close to the goalie, right? So again, pretty much everything we do is pretty correct. The power is there. We got at least 2 bars. We're doing a normal shot. But the thing is, you see the distance from the goalie? Again, previous FIFAs, it would be good. And this one, this is too close. Ideally, you'd want to be where the defender behind us is, right? That's where we want to be shooting it. This is, again, far too close. Because of that, Martinez is able to make that save. Those reaction saves are the ones that are so very frustrating to us because they should be in, right? Again, this is what goalies are. They're extremely overpowered. And hopefully they do get patched, but at the moment, they aren't patched. And so we have to try to adapt. And as much as I hate saying we have to adapt as much as possible, in that particular instance, we kind of do, right? And again, just take a few steps back if you can, take a few less touches, and shoot it a little bit earlier so that you're the right distance away from the goalie. Now, what about an instance where you are not actually shooting across your body? Now, I do mention that most of the time you will be doing that. In this particular instance, you're not going to be doing this. And there's one reason for that, and that's because the angle at which Morales is shooting the ball. The thing is, we can't really take the shot across our body because we are facing essentially right towards out of bounds, right? We are facing directly towards out of bounds. So it wouldn't really make sense to shoot it across our body because he's probably just not physically capable of doing that. And so in order to get the best opportunity possible, we have to shoot it towards the near post. We have to shoot it not across our body and towards the one that is closest to us. And in this case, that's what we do. And it ends up being a goal. Now you may be thinking, hey, I just got lucky, right? It's the weak foot. Maybe I just got lucky. Maybe it's because Morales has a hunter on him, right? He got those boosted stats. Here's another example of pretty much the exact same thing, the exact same shot. You can see in the bottom left corner, this is Por 2. He is taking it on his weak foot, his left foot, and he does not have a shooting chemistry style on him. Yet what happens here? He takes a good amount of power, goes across goal, and it goes in the side netting. Oh, maybe he just got lucky again. Thing is, he did the exact same shot, literally identical to the very first one that he had. Look at this, exact same shot. Now let's take a look to see if we got all 4 points down here, right? Shall we? Marino sends him through, great ball, great buy from Marino as well. He's the right distance away from the goalie. He's going across his body. He's doing a normal shot, and look at the amount of shot power he has. That's 2.5 bars and well over the bare minimum 2 bars of power that he has. And it goes inside netting. Now, if that last clip didn't really convince you, I don't really know what else to show you, because seriously, if the same guy can do it 2 times in a row within the same game, within minutes of each other, on his weak foot, doing the exact same thing and just convert it both times, again, I don't really know what else to tell you. To me, that is the best way to score in this game. So that is going to do it for this video. Again, if you do have any questions, let me know in the comments down below and I'll try to answer them for you guys. But again, remember those 4 tips. And the only exception that I can remember from those tips is shooting it across body. Again, we gave you that example of when to shoot it not across your body and trying to go to the near post. And again, the only difference is the way your body is angled. That is the only instance in which you are not shooting across your body, is when you literally physically cannot shoot it across your body, when it just doesn't make sense. So like I said, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DMG. Peace.